Hello and welcome to the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series live at Chicagoland Speedway today. We got Cup car action for 124 laps, and I'm going to be your main commentator once again tonight. And my name is Vern, and I am joined in the booth by, well, his name's in black and white, top left-hand corner, Nation 01, or the other half of the Village Idiots. So the full Village Idiots are here, Nation.
100%.
100%. But we, what do we got, like 7 minutes left in practice here, and then we're going to go into qualifying. So we'll let them watch the cars go around a little bit, and good to see people tuning into the broadcast. Be sure to, I kind of want to do something a little different tonight. If you have, and we're not going to keep track of it or anything, but if you have a favorite driver that you want to give a shout out to, go ahead and put that driver in the chat, and we'll make sure that we get a little airtime on that car. That sound like a good idea, Nation?
Sounds like a plan, my man.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to put their favorite driver in the chat there, or, you know, because it might be a mom or a wife or a girlfriend, or a wife and a girlfriend both, and who knows, and we don't ask those questions, but
Ask, don't tell.
Could be anything like that, and if they want to put, you know, their favorite driver in there, then we'll be glad to give that car some airtime and that driver some airtime. And I think it'd just be pretty cool and a pretty cool way to interact with the viewers tonight. What do you think, Nation?
I was typing another YouTube comment.
Did they comment back on your earlier one?
Yes, they did.
They weren't happy with you, were they?
They were colorful though.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. But we won't get into that.
No.
Let's keep an eye on the waiting room, though, in case Hal Lamy wants to show up. I don't know, though. He's farming, Nation.
Yeah, let me hold my breath.
He's farming, and we're racing. The Hyperdrive Cup Series, watching the practice right now. And I can tell you, and possibly even show you the fastest man on the racetrack, except he's on pit road. So we'll go. We'll go to the second fastest guy on the racetrack right now, and that's going to be this blue and white number 32 of Darren Clement. So Clement in that 32 showing some speed here at Chicagoland today. And another fast car is that 09. He's been fast every week. That's Andre Ruiz. And you're going to see that car on track right here. He's got the shell paint job on this week on the 09 car, so Ruiz third on the speed chart in practice. Little damage on the right rear. Still out there running the laps, though. The 74 going by him on the outside. That's probably fresher tires. Who knows? Ruiz might be on a little bit of a run here. In fact, I can probably look and see. Nope, I can't because it's practice.
There is that.
I tried. It doesn't hurt to try, right?
Hell no. We try every week and it never freaking works.
Good job catching yourself on that one.
Yeah, I almost lost it.
Let's see how we can keep that to a minimum tonight. We do want to thank Justin and all the drivers over here. They'll let us come in on Thursday night and do the broadcast, and we appreciate everything. We love being over here, and we're going to have fun with it tonight, aren't we, Nation?
Fun, whatever.
Fun or something, right?
Yeah, we're going to do something to it.
So we got the fast guys on pit road. I'm thinking they don't need their last 3 minutes of practice, so we're going to go on down the list to the fifth place on the practice times, and that's going to be this driver right here in the 21. That's Brandon Fries. So Fries had a good finish last week, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least I seen him up there last week. That's the standings. So, yeah, he was 7th at Texas last week. So we know the 21 car's got some speed. Definitely going to be a driver to keep an eye on. Michael Mueller, another one. He's 7th on the list right now, and I think a feller's undefeated, Nation. I think
Well, then he can't be seventh.
Yeah, I think the 51 might be the undefeated driver so far in this series. So we'll see if that can change right here at Chicagoland. As we're going to go 2 more minutes of practice, and we'll take a quick break before we go racing here tonight. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, we'll take a look at the top 10 in points. I think that's only fair because we are on race number 4 right now, 15. So, of course, the undefeated driver, which is the 51 of Michael Mueller, 3 wins, 3 starts and 3 wins, Nation. That's how you start off a season right there, buddy. So he's number 1 in points. Number 2 in points, you got Tommy Haynes. So Tommy Haynes up there, having a good start to the season. Roy Fernandez in the 3 is in the 3rd spot. Good start to the season for Roy there, and back in 4th in points is going to be Justin Gann in the 30. So good start for those guys for this season. 5th in points is going to be the 82 of Mike Franklin. And then you got Cody Sleeper back in 6th, John Wimbish in 7th, Mike Aleo Jr. back there in 8th. Andre Ruiz is going to be in 9th place, and rounding out the top 10 in points is going to be Jonathan Cogswell. So that's the top 10 after 3 races. We'll see how much that can change here at Chicagoland today, and we'll go from there. We might have a different top 10 for you next week. We don't know yet.
More than likely.
We'll find out after this one's over and the points are tallied up and all that good stuff. But I can tell you the fast cars at Texas last week, obviously the winner, the 51 of Mueller, but Andre Ruiz in that 09, I'm going to say that even here at Chicagoland, that's really a driver we're going to keep a good eye on. He's been fast in all of these races so far, but he's a driver that hasn't had the luck fall his way yet. So is Chicagoland a race that the 09 gets the luck? We'll have to find out.
I know a driver like that.
Sometimes they're, and you're right, Nation. Everybody does, and sometimes there's drivers that the luck just don't seem to want to fall the right way, and I know it's going to for him. He's been too consistently fast, and it's shown up in each race. But something has always bit that driver, and we're going to find out exactly what he can do to change that here at Chicagoland.
Have to go to work.
We're going to get on some cars here for qualifying too, because we are into qualifying. And this guy right here was fast in practice. That's at number 28 of Andrew Mraz. Just going to watch Mraz to see what he can do in qualifying right here. Fast in practice usually equates to a pretty good qualifying run, doesn't it, Nation?
Normally, yeah.
As long as you don't mess up and scrape the wall or something.
Well, since I can't swear, I have to sit quietly.
That's not even right, dude.
It isn't, man. That's wrong.
Well, you don't talk like that in church, do you?
Where?
Well, so Mraz is going to put a lap down in the 28. And that lap's going to go to the top of the board so far. This guy right here, Jason Wells, sitting P3 on the board so far. And Mraz went to P2, so top of the board now is going to be the 91 of Blair Patterson. So Patterson bringing the Altman. He's going to go back to 2nd. And that's going to give us a new number 1, and that's going to be this driver right here, the 13 of Cody McFadden. So they're coming out. Now he's back down to, now the fastest man on the track is going to be the 74 right here of Mike Aleo Jr. So it's a never-ending thing keeping track of these laps here, Nation.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a headache.
But right now, the fastest car who's taken time is at 74 right there, Mike Aleo Jr. So great lap for Mike. He didn't get her by much. I mean, just to get on, he's back to number 2 now. So we got a new man up on the number 1 spot. And that's going to be Cody Lipstruer in the 96. So great lap for Cody. These lap times are so close together. You can see that Lipstruer's literally holding the provisional pole by 0.011 seconds. That's close, Nation.
That is close.
Yep, and Swift Motorsports says it, and I agree that it's time to fire up those race cars. We got a little bit of qualifying left right here before we do it, and then we're going to start gridding up, and we're going to get to racing here in Chicago. The only race in Chicago is seen is on iRacing. I believe that race was canceled in real life during the regular season, so this is it. This is the makeup for it, Nation.
You know, I just say yep like I know what I'm talking about, but I really don't.
So Lipstruer still holding on to that number 1 spot. We're taking a look at the 23 of Keith Vaughn, making his lap now.
Is that who you're on now?
Yeah.
Wow. It's faster on the phone.
Right.
It is, dude.
You would get me laughing on that because I know exactly what's taking it so long. It's your, it's the little pink laptop letting you down, Nation.
Yes, laptop.
The little pink laptop.
It is a little pink laptop. Yes, it is.
The good news is you didn't have to pay for it, Nation.
Free of charge.
That's the best kind of laptop to have, the free one, especially if it's going to be a pink one.
I even turned it upside down to see if it said Texas Instruments on the bottom.
What's it actually say, Dale?
No, it says Lenovo.
Oh, Lenovo. I'm trying to think of the laptops I've seen that were pink, and I know that Dell used to offer one, and I think HP did too.
Well, guess what? Lenovo does too.
Well, they had to build laptops for girls and for those who were confused, right?
I couldn't put it any better. It's right, Vern.
It's a polite way to put it, I thought.
Yes, that was polite.
Oh, man, we're flashing through some cameras so fast it's about give me a seizure, Nation. And we got a pace car sitting on the racetrack, so it is almost time. Literally. You can see the cars.
8.
You'll see the cars as they start to grid in now. We got about 3 of them so far.
How many laps we got tonight?
We got 124. Getting started at 8:20. These races are pretty... The first 3 have been... I think we've had like 2 cautions throughout 3 races this season. Literally.
Literally.
One of the races was caution free. Maybe 2 of them. I don't know. But they don't wreck a lot. That's the best way to put it. So not a lot of wrecking as you see the cars getting gridded up right now.
Shit, get me in there. I'll teach them. Here's how you wreck, boys.
Well, if, you know, and Don Kidder or someone watching, if he's watching now, could correct me on this, but I believe that they don't have any fast repairs. So you'd only...
That'll probably straighten them up.
You'd only total that thing out one time and have 30-some minutes in repair to get you a new motor.
Hell, I'll push that car around.
Just push it around, huh?
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
I'll tell you, there's going to be... oh, Well, I don't know how many we got in here. A lot. 30 cars, probably. It'll be about 30.
I can only see the chat window.
30 cars pushing around this track tonight. Well, Swift Motorsports put a chat in. We got to get the viewers to chat with us a little bit tonight. They're going to have to put their favorite driver in the chat. Let us know that you're watching, that you're here. We'll not only give that driver a shout out, we'll give you one. Thank you for being in here and watching us. Right, Nation?
Yes, we will, but I can't even see how many people are watching.
I can. That's the important part.
That's really all that counts.
But you can see the chat, so, and I think that if you're logged in under your normal name, that you have admin controls in the chat as well.
I don't know, maybe.
Yep. But I can tell you that the people, there's good people over here, so I don't think we got to worry about using that.
So I can't swear at them.
I'm just waiting for us to get going right here.
Yeah, it looks like a parking lot.
They're getting it that way, aren't they, Nation?
Walmart, let's go.
They're getting lined up. They do a driver's meeting, if I'm not mistaken, right after the qualifying session's over. So probably some of them coming back from the driver's meeting and getting into the gridding, getting onto the grid. And Chicago, another one of the tracks that they start them on the racetrack. I kind of like the ones we go to that they start them in an angle on pit road, Nation.
I don't understand those.
All right, buddies.
We got Don Kidder in here.
Hey, y'all have fun tonight. We got 124 laps tonight here. Should see some low caution count. Great racing. Race number 4. So hopefully you guys are going to see the same thing we see from the tower tonight, Vern.
Yeah, it's been good. The first 3, it's like I was saying earlier, 2 cautions throughout 3 races. It's just phenomenal. And coming into race number 4, we're not really expecting anything different, Don.
That's right. I'll tell you what. Nation, appreciate you coming in and supporting Vern. He's the man in the tower. Nation, good to talk to you. Got to head up to the tower, getting ready to roll these things. Appreciate you showing up.
No problem, man. We're happy to be here, Don. Good luck to you up in the booth tonight. So that's nice of Don to come in and give a few words. They're optimistic, the admins are, Nation.
They appear to be, yes.
They're optimistic that this thing's going to be a lot of racing, a lot of green flag racing. And I'm pretty optimistic, too, looking at back at the first 3 starts of the season. So they're 2x2, though. A lot of good-looking race cars out there on that track. And since it's a day race in the afternoon here, I'll say today. I'm used to saying tonight because it's night here. But this is a today race, right?
Right. They're freaking 2x2, but with the parking brake on.
How far back are they, Nation?
You know how far. It's all the way to the gate.
All the way down the road to the hamburger stand. The 2 cheeseburgers and a Coke and a fries basket there.
I'm hungry.
Or hamburger and peanut butter soup.
Oh, yeah.
The dinner of champions, isn't it, Nation?
See, now you get it.
I'm trying.
You got to tell the wife that because she won't listen to me.
I can't help that.
Well, maybe she has sense. I don't know.
All right, I got to find a 96 real quick on my... There we go. Get to the front of the field for the start of this. And I have done it, and I have found them.
Success.
That's right, success. And we are...
For once.
We're pacing behind the pace cars, so that means that we're going to get ready to do the initial start of the Hyperdrive Cup Series Swift Motorsports at Chicagoland. So we're right there. 96, Cody Lipster leading this thing. 17 to his outside there. And I'll see who that is in a minute. I don't have timing and scoring up yet. That's Tommy Haynes. I know who that is. Then you got Roy Fernandez back there, Mike Alio Jr. And the pace car's in. And we are green flagging racing at Chicagoland. Just like that, Nation. Green flag's out, and they're racing.
Leader say Casey Duncan.
Oh, timing and scoring's a little. I got to reset it right now, actually. Well, we're going to take a little broader look at the field for a second while I get that going. Every time it starts, because the green's not out yet, it won't have the cars lined up right, Nation.
Well, you have to forgive me because I'm like 20 seconds.
Man, I'll tell you what, though, we got a pretty good battle up in the front of the field here, though, lap number 1. And battling right down, Cody Lipstruer barely going to hang on to it, and he's got, oh, man, look at that, 3 and 96, close 17. Tommy Haynes may have even scraped the wall right there. Really good racing, Nation. That's right up at the front of the field. So these guys were going for it, but I'll tell you who benefited from it. That 96 of Cody Lipstruer, he's able to pull away by a few tenths right here. Cody's going to bring it around and lead lap number 2 on lap number 3 here. So the 96, Cody Lipstruer leading it. Then you got the number 74 of Mike Aleo Jr. right behind him in the P2 spot. And back in P3 is going to be that 3-car Roy Fernandez. And we're going to take a little wider look at the field right here on this initial start. So if there's any trouble, we can see it. Right, Nation?
Yeah, we can hit them with a taser.
Yeah, we got 30 cars. 30 cars made a start here at Chicago today. So 30 drivers out there on the track doing battle to see who can win at Chicagoland. And, man, they are racing 3 wide in the back. Now they got it settled down to 2 wide just when I get the camera back there on that action. They're racing as hard back here in 19th and 20th and so on as they are up at the front of the field right now.
That's how you get to the front.
You see them drivers using the apron right there. One of the drivers using the grass a little bit.
Sometimes you got to.
Sometimes that'll help a feller turn. Chicago, though, it's one of those tracks that's it's wide enough that you can do 3 wide and get away with it most of the time. You just got to be mindful of where you're at on the track and watch out for the car wanting to push up. Those are the only things. Other than that, I'm pretty sure that you can do it and get away with it. Well, we've seen it, Nation, so.
It happens, bro.
It must be true, right?
Got to be true if it's on the internet.
Yeah, and we're taking just kind of a random look through the field, but I think we got a battle going on up front. We had a lead change. The 74 Mike Aleo Jr. is he driving by the 96 of Cody Lipstruer. Now look at that. Mraz, fast in practice. He's going to go up and battle for the lead. Andrew Mraz in the 28 car. And we're going to take a little bit closer look at this lead battle right here. This is 3 cars. Lipstruer still hanging strong on the outside in the 96. Then you got the 28 of Mraz right there on the bottom of the racetrack. Aleo Jr. trying to put a little bit of distance between him and that 2 spot. And, of course, you throw a blanket and it covers up the top 6 cars just like that, Nation. Like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. You throw a blanket, the top 6 are under a cover.
Under a cover, they can't see what the hell they're doing, and boom, people wreck.
Is that how it happens?
No, you put a cover over the car, he's going to wreck.
I wasn't literally meaning to cover the car up where a guy can't see.
Oh, yeah, take all the fun out of it, Vern.
Somebody has to.
Damn.
So 74 right there, Aleo Jr. leading it. Mraz working, you see Mraz working a little bit different line. And that is probably so he doesn't get in a dirty air behind the 74 car there. And now Mraz is going to take advantage of the draft down the straightaway there and look to the bottom for the lead right here. Will he clear him out of 4? It doesn't look like it, but he's going to come to the start-finish line first. And, yes, Andrew Mraz will be credited as the leader this lap, Nation. Lap.
Ka-ching.
So lap number 10, but one thing you have to watch here at Chicagoland, and not just Chicagoland, but almost any track, is the tire wear. So we'll see comers and goers watching this cycle, and some guys, the competition's so close, Nation, that one driver have it figured out at one track a little better than the next, and it'll be a completely different driver the next week. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But one of the drivers we don't want to forget about is right here in the 4th spot right now, and he won't let us forget about him. He's won the first 3 races this season, and he's going for 4 in a row. And he's riding in 4th, and that's at number 51 of Michael Mueller. He's going to be a fast one, ain't he, Nation?
Well, if he's won 3, you would expect him to win 4. Or wait, 5.
I'll tell you what, that 28 fast in practice, and he was showing that wasn't a fluke as he put that car right to the front of the field here. But you see the 51 is closing in on the 24, Gary Wells in front of him. Right behind him now, probably easily close enough to pick up on a little bit of draft. But you see the 51 really good about using the corner right there and most all of the corner. Getting a run off of it, Nation. Got to use her all, take her to the wall.
Dude, that rhymed.
I know it. And you get up there. The thing is, it's one thing to catch a person, it's another to pass them, right?
That's a whole nother story.
So catching's one thing, passing is a completely different story.
Might even be a whole nother chapter.
It could be a whole nother chapter. We don't know.
I'm just saying. I went to rehab, but it didn't stick, so here I am.
All right, so the 51 is closing in on the 24. We are going to keep an eye on this battle while it unfolds live right here on YouTube.
Live what happens.
And the 50, it's not a battle anymore, Nation. It is on your end, but not on mine. 51 is cleared to 24. And that's going to move our 3-time winner here up to the 3rd spot. But I'll tell you what, Mraz in that 28 car is fast at Chicagoland, no doubt about it. 15 laps in, he's able to stretch a gap out by almost a full second. So at least for the first 15 laps, that 28 car's got something figured out at this track. Really good in qualifying, fast in practice, and it's showing up on the racetrack. And in this 2 spot right here, another driver I want to talk about is Mike Alio Jr. Alio showing the speed in qualifying and 16 laps into this thing, riding in the P2 spot, and able to shave about 1/10 of a second off of Mraz's lead right there. But, man, you look in that rearview mirror and you see that 51 and you know that you got to pick up the pace.
Time to go.
It's go time when that 51's in your rearview mirror, and he's there now, Nation. He cleared the 24 and he moved up a little bit, and he's pulling up on that 74's rear deck lid.
Time to go fast pedal.
And the 74's falling off about 1/10 of a second, maybe 2/10 of a second to the leader, Andrew Mraz, up there in the 28. And we got a battle for second. The 51 is there. You seen right there, though, working the bottom of the track, getting in a little bit of dirty air right there, not able to get the run off the corner. And the 74 is going to pull about a car length on him right here. That's dirty air, Nation.
Yeah, I dated a chick like that.
Oh.
Hey, I didn't swear one time right there.
No, you didn't. I don't think it's quite the same type of dirty air, though.
Nope.
Not at all.
It was pretty dirty, though.
But it's what we talked about earlier. You can catch a car, and it's harder to get by him. But I see the 74 there. He's going to move up a little bit, and the 51's going to stay on the bottom. And that's going to give the 51 enough clean air on the nose that he's going to be able to look underneath the 74 going down here in the turn 3. He don't look underneath of him. He took it, Nation.
I don't know. I'll tell you in about 30 seconds.
Yep, he took it. But the thing is, while they're doing battle, Mraz is able to scoot out to about a 1.8 second lead. So it cost those guys doing battle. And we have been on the first 3. Let's start going back through the field a little bit. There's Gary Wells on the 24 right there. He's got company right behind him, and that's the 3 car right here, Roy Fernandez. So Fernandez, a great start for him in this race here at Chicagoland today. Then you got Mike Franklin in the 82. Franklin's another car that he showed a lot of speed last week. I don't think he quite had the finishing result that the car was capable of last week. So we'll see if he can turn that luck around here at Chicagoland tonight and make a little better finish. And another car that fast last week, that 30 car right here, Justin Gann.
Well, these are fixed setups, right?
Yeah, they're fixed. So we got Gann in the 30, and Gann is sitting in the 7th position right now. And you can look 4th through 7th right here all together, and you can see that the 3rd place car, Valeo, is not too far in front of this group. The lead, though, is still 1.8 seconds, so it kind of stabilized since Mueller got around. Actually, it went down 0.2 right there, so Mueller is a little bit faster. Well, went back up 0.2. It's stabilized. That's the best way to put it, Nation.
She's stable, patient.
It is stabilized. So we're going to go back to 8th, and here's a driver that did not have good luck at Texas last week. He is in the top 10 right here at Chicagoland this week. That's the 56 of John Wimbish. And then you see a car that I know is going to be fast tonight, or today. And he's got, another 101 laps to get up some spots here, but he's sitting in P9, and that's the 09 of Andre Ruiz. Man, he had a fast hot rod in Texas last week. You watched it, Nation. The 09 was fast.
Yes, I did, and yes, he was.
He just had bad luck late in the race there. In fact, on the last run. And you see
south on him.
You see the 09's going to put a little pressure on the 56 of Wimbish, and this is going to be for the 8th position. I believe Ruiz might get it. Wimbish able to hold with him a little bit there, but now that race is over. And they got a lot of company behind them with the 01 of Cody Sleeper. Sleeper is
badass name.
He's not sleeping, Nation.
Hell yeah.
He got her up in the top 10, so he definitely ain't out on that track sleeping. Cody Sleeper is up in the top 10 and running well. Then this driver, he started up towards the front. That's at 17 of Tommy Haynes. We've seen him maybe even brush the outside wall. I'm not really going to say make contact with it, but I think the 17 actually did brush the outside wall.
Just made a little smoochy smooch.
Yep, just give it a little smoochy smooch. Then we got the 21, Brandon Fries. Great qualifying effort for Brandon. He's sitting in the 12th spot right now. Having a good race here. And I'm looking at the leaderboard, man, and I'll tell you that 28 car Andrew Mraz has some speed here, so Mueller's going to have competition tonight. That 28 is not going to be an easy one to beat, Nation.
Easy win.
But Fries in the 21 car, not like the paint job on this car. Good-looking car. Kind of got the gold and black going on. Black and gold. You'll see it in a minute, Nation. Then you can determine whether or not you like it.
Yeah, I like it. Looks good. From what I can see, I'm watching it on my phone, so it's kind of small.
Go back to 13th. I'm going to find the 02 of David Kamara. Kamara is one of those drivers that I kind of expect him a little bit to be up in the top 5, and top 10. So, but that was watching him in the truck, the 5 races I did at the end of last season, and not so much the Cup car. So maybe the Cup car is a little bit different animal for him. I'm one of those drivers. I can do well in some of the cars, and I'm not so good in others. You've seen that, Nation.
Actually, Vern, no, I have not.
Yeah, the Cup car's not. The Cup car's always kind of been my Achilles heel.
Yeah, I didn't see you suck in them.
Yeah, but it wasn't superstar material.
No, but still, you didn't suck.
So the 13 of Cody McFadden's going to be riding in the 14th position right here. take a look at Cody, and you go through here. We're 30 laps into this race right now, Nation, so our first round of pit stops have to be coming up.
So it's a mile and a half, isn't it?
Yep, 60% fuel. I'm going to guess 34, 35 maybe at the most.
Probably.
Before they start heading to pit road. And we appreciate everyone tuning into the broadcast. Like we mentioned before the race started, if you have a favorite driver that you want us to give a little airtime to, be sure to put that driver in the chat. And we'll be glad to give that driver some airtime, won't we, Nation?
Yeah, of course we would.
Then we got Terry Kahn right here. Man, I'm telling you, this paint job's beautiful.
I can't see him. I'm watching it on my damn
You're
phone.
going to see it on your phone because I'm going to give you a close-up of it.
All right, give me a close-up.
What's it say? Cheer wine?
Is it the green one?
No, it's like a chrome and, I don't know, kind of a candy apple.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's beautiful. You get a good shot of it right here coming up.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice.
Cheer wine on that 33 car, but just a beautiful race car. And he's got it up in the 15th position. So, all right, pit stops have happened, or they're starting to happen. So we're going to quit doing our little through the field there and get up here with the leader who's 4.4 seconds ahead of Fernandez. But I'm pretty sure that's because some of the drivers have found their way to pit road as the top 5 changes around right here. So that would have been around lap 32. I said 32 to 35, didn't I?
You did.
Hey, Tom, how you doing, buddy?
What up?
Yeah, we're actually broadcasting Swift Motorsports here tonight. Their Cup Series, the Hyperdrive Cup Series. You got Vernon Nation in the booth. That's kind of normal for a WFO broadcast, right, Nation?
Well, abnormal, normal, whatever.
It's something, right?
Very abnormal.
So the leader went to pit road, and we know that the gap between first and second was 1.7, 1.8 seconds before they started pitting. So we'll see what it shapes out to be. We'll see how it shakes out, Nation. But different strategies. 30 car right here, Justin Gann being scored as the leader, 35 laps in. He has not pitted yet. And we talk about these green flag pit stops all the time. We're going to watch him on entry. Chicagoland, not really a difficult pit road to enter as some of the other tracks are. So I don't expect to see a ton of problems out of it, Nation.
Walk in the park getting in there.
He made it look like a walk in the park, didn't he?
Well, it really is.
See Franklin on pit road, the 17 right here, Tommy Haynes. Oh, Jason Wells, 64's on pit road. Mike Franklin, Danny Rogers in the 5. Brandon Fry's on pit road. Casey Duncan's number 18. He's on pit road. Cody McFadden leaving pit road right now. And we're going to let this shape out. And I'll tell you, the new leader might be this 51 car of Mr. 3-time. He's up there in position to make it 4-time, Nation.
If you can't make it 4-time.
The 51, Michael Mueller. 3 wins so far this season in 3 starts. He's on his 4th start here at Chicagoland today. And he's got the car in the right place to make it 4, Nation.
Going in the right direction.
That's where you got to be, the front of the field, but you got to be there when the checkered flag drops. And we still got quite a ways before we get to that point.
We get to that zillion laps.
We're at lap 37 right now. We've been caution-free so far, which is really no surprise. As we watched the leader before they made the pit stops, he's battling with the 74 Valeo Jr., and he's going to go around them. But look at another driver that's up here in this battle in the top 5, Nation. 09 car right there, Andre Ruiz. He's got a little damage, though, on that right rear. Once again, Nation, we've seen this picture before.
It's going to be a problem.
As long as the spoiler's not bent, it doesn't look like it's affected them right here. But we'll have to see how it affects them as the because that looks like, and the spoiler is affected, but it looks like a pretty big dent back there.
Yeah, that's all right.
That may affect them.
Yeah, a little bit.
And where it could really affect them is as the tires wear here. You know what I mean? Maybe on
Right.
fresh tires it won't hurt as bad, but as this thing goes on a run here and your tires start getting some laps on them, well, then it could very well affect the race car some more. So he's pretty fast right now. He's got it in the top 5, and he's been fast. He's been a driver that could have took some wins away from the 51. He's been the car that could have done it, Nation. But Chicagoland seems a little bit different. He don't have that dominating speed in practice, not the dominating speed in qualifying. So this race might be a little different for the 09. We'll have to wait and see. And we do see he's got a little damage on that right rear. We'll just have to see how that affects him over the run, Nation.
I don't have any, doubt in his driving ability. So it's his vehicle choice. Might be a problem.
Vehicle choice, though.
Just
He's got a little bit different paint job this week. It's not the same as we've seen, in previous weeks. He's running the shell paint scheme.
It's a good looking paint, man. I love that paint.
And now we're back to the leader, and he is the leader by 5.3 seconds. So he's putting a little bit of a gap on him, and I think Mueller might have been one of the first ones to stop on that last pit cycle. So I would expect some of that time to go away if some of these guys are. Let me wipe this out of my.
I don't know, Vern. I think you can just put it on cruise control and you'll be all right.
Well, yeah, but you can see him losing some tenths there, and that's because he's got a few more laps on his tires than what some of those other guys did. This was one of the first cars to pit. So he's on a little bit different strategies from some of those guys behind him.
Right.
But Roy Fernandez right there, probably another driver working a little bit different strategy and pitting a little earlier. But it's going to put him in the second position. And as we talked about, the 28 of Mraz being the leader for that most of the whole first run, Mraz is going to be back here in the third position now. But we know that Mraz pitted later, so we'll have to see how his tires do, how much better they are to, I don't know, they're running down the leader. They pulled another tenth off, Nation.
Yeah, but that's tenths when he's, 5 seconds?
But he's so far up there, man, he might be just backing her down and saving on the tire.
I mean, he's way the hell up there.
Yeah, he could back her down and save on the tire a little bit, and then later, midway through the run, just have a lot more tire there to let her eat. I'll tell you, Nation, so far the damage don't seem to be affecting the 09. He drove around the 74, and he's up in the fourth position now.
He's running.
So the car does have a little right rear. We're not going to talk about it anymore because it don't seem to be affecting the feller. Justin Gann knowing the 30. We seen Gann hold the car out, one of the last ones to pit, actually. The 30 car. So we're going to see how those tires start working out as he's pulling right up on the bumper of the 74 Mike Aleo Jr. That battle's going to be over quickly, Nation. Justin Gann in the 30, taking the fifth position away from Aleo Jr. And we're going to have to see how much distance he can put on him. And Gann's catching the guys that pitted before him now, Nation.
Yeah, but...
And he's doing it on fresher tires. Well, I'll give you an example because I can see this, right?
Okay.
So let's take a look at pit. Stint right here. So the leader's got 14 laps on his tires. Second has 13. Third has 13. Fourth has 14. And Justin Gann has 11 laps on his tires. So that's 4 laps difference. And the next car that's got 4 lap fresher tires than them is Mike Franklin right here in the 7th position. So we'll watch how much 4 laps makes up as he's pulling up on the 74 of Mike Aleo Jr. now. And there is 4 laps exactly between those two cars, the 82 and the 74. So we'll have to see how that works out, Nation. 48 laps in now.
It's going to be tricky.
These drivers are clicking some laps off, man. It's not going to be tricky. He's next to him now. And there it is. Position's going to change over. That's going to move Mike Franklin in the 82 up to the 6th position. And up in front of him, back to 5th now, is that 09 of Andre Ruiz. So the 30 of Justin Gann's going to get by him for the 4th spot, and that's going to move Ruiz back. And I would say that he may even be in danger of falling to the clutches of that 82 of Mike Franklin, because we know Franklin's got fresher tires than he does.
Right.
And Michael Mueller, he extended the lead again.
Exactly. He's in a different damn zip code right now.
Well, I mean, when you're up there and you got that kind of lead, it's like we talked about, you can just save on the tires a little. And he don't have to push the race car, so he can pretty much make the run what he wants. And really, go ahead, Nation.
Yeah, he's just cruising.
Yeah, and he can make the run what he wants, because if this thing stays green and he, he's got that pit cycle worked out, it's really going to be hard for anyone with this kind of gap to catch him, unless he makes a mistake, Nation.
Tell me this, Vern. On the front stretch, why do some people go down to the grass and some people stay up high?
Well, when you're on your fast laps, so like at the beginning of the run or even in qualifying, it's the shortest distance around the racetrack, and it is faster.
Right. But some people do it, and they pass people doing it.
Right. It just depends on what you prefer as you wear the tires a little bit. For some, there's no advantage for going down there once the tires are worn a little bit, and for others, they feel like that it's picking them up speed. And it is a shorter distance, so if you can carry your momentum, it probably is, in fact, picking you up speed. I run the apron.
Right, but there's people that are passing people that are going down.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean, once these tires start wearing, it doesn't mean going down there is going to make you faster.
Okay.
But some people just instinctively prefer to go down there. You know what I mean?
I'm just asking because I don't know.
But looking at the fresher tires right now, he's moved up to the 3rd position, the 30 car of Justin Gann, and you can see him catching the 3 in front of him, Fernandez, but there's a pretty big gap between Fernandez and that 51 of Michael Mueller. And then you got to think about, we're going to be getting back into green flag pit stops again.
It should be with like 5 laps.
Yeah, we're at lap 55 now, so as we get in the 60s, they're going to be pitting again. And while we're thinking of that, man, we need to do it through the field. We're going to start with the leader right here. That's the Speed Lab car, the 51 of Michael Mueller. 3-time race winner. We're on race number 4. He's won 3, and he's leading the 4th one right now at lap 55, Nation. Good spot to be in. Then we go back to P2, and we're going to find that black number 3 car right there, the Simbox car. That's going to be Roy Fernandez driving that 3. Roy, another driver, having a great race here. Hitting on his stint, Nation, he's got about a 1-lap fresher set of tires than the leader does. But this driver right behind him in 3rd and moving up on him is the 30 of Justin Gann, and he's got a couple lap fresher tires than even the 3 has, Nation. So Gann's able to take advantage of staying out just a little bit longer, and it's really starting to pay off for him right here. So as the tires wear, Gann we watch him move up through the top 5 to the 3rd spot. So we'll have to see how far he can go on this run as they're working lap 57. We're going to go back to P4. 09 car Andre Ruiz. I thought the 82 might catch him a little quicker than that, but he hasn't. Ruiz is still sitting in the 4th position right here. And the 09, the damage doesn't seem to be affected the car too bad, Nation. Then in 5th, we got the 82 of Mike Franklin. Franklin does have a little fresher tires by a couple of laps than Andre Ruiz 09, so we'll have to see what the Black Rifle Coffee car can do there for Franklin. Then we go back to 6th. We're not going to spend a ton of time doing the through the field because they're going to be coming up to green flag pit stops. But we're going to find a driver who early in the race led a bunch of laps. That's a 28 car right there, Andrew Morass. I think it's called Low Line Racing is what I seen on the side of the car, but we'll take another look at it here in a second. Yes, Low Line Racing right on the side of the 28 car. So we're trying to give the sponsors a little shout out too, Nation. Go back to 7th position. We'll find the 74 Mike Aleo Jr. Aleo's had a fast race car tonight, been up there in the top 2 or 3. He's still riding in the top 10 in a good spot on lap 60 here. And there's a battle behind him. 21 of Brandon Fry's 8th position. That's being challenged heavily by the car right behind him there. That's a 01 of Cody Sleeper. So we're going to cover 7th, 8th, and 9th right here as they're all right together. We're on the 21, though. Brandon Fry's. He's working to the inside of the 74. And then we're going to go back here and we'll find the 01 of Cody Sleeper. Cody's in the 8th position. And we'll go back to the next driver. That's going to be the 10th place driver, David Kamara. Kamara having a good race. Got it up to the top 10 here. Last through the field, we didn't find him up this far. So good job driving there by David Kamara today. Then we got the 24 of Gary Wells. Wells is in the 2nd position right now with the 24 car. He's got a little pressure from the 64 Jason Wells, but not nothing terrible. And you see Jason Wells right there in the 64 Alienware machine. You went away?
Well, yeah, I told you I'd be right back.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm now on the 13th place car on the through the field. And that's the iHeartRadio number 18 of Casey Duncan. So Duncan's currently sitting in the 13th position as we're lap 62 of 124. And we're going to burn through this a little quicker because they're going to be green flag pit stopping. So we're going to go to the 32, the 14th place car, the 32 of Darren Clement. Clement's got the GTR machine. Having a good run. But we've got to go back to that really awesome paint job in 15th. That's Terry Kahn. The 33. The Cheerwine car. Man, that car's beautiful.
It is very nice.
I could show that thing the whole broadcast nation, but we ain't got time. Going to go back to the 13 of Cody McFadden, sitting in the 16th position here. And we'll see what's on Cody's car, too, maybe. I don't know. My eyes ain't the greatest, but I try to make it out. I think it says no wing, Nation. Or Mo Wing. Mo Wing, maybe. Mowing.
13?
It's something mowing.
I don't know. I can't see.
I will have to ask him about that. The one letters are too small on it, so we're going to skip it. And there's Corey Cook. We ain't talked about Corey. He made us.
Corey Cook.
Corey Cook in the 61 made his first start last week with the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series, and Corey's currently sitting in the 16th position, Nation.
Corey Cook, never heard of him.
In his Interstate Batteries machine. So good race for Corey once again. Then we got David Medina Sr. in that 10 car, the Cowboys car. He's got the Dallas Cowboys on the side of that one, Nation.
Good luck with that.
Then we go to the 17th position. You got Brian Tong in the 31. And these are drivers we haven't covered this race, so we need to get back and do it as they're going to start making green flag pit stops. Then we got Keith Vaughn's 23 back here in 18th. And Mueller's already pitted. He's going to show up back here in some of these results as we're looking at the 23 who's going to move up because they're pitting. So we're going to try to find drivers that we haven't covered. And there's one of them, John Wimbish Jr. right here in the 20th spot. Wimbish has got Terry Kahn coming up behind him there, but Wimbish may have already made a pit stop because we've seen him up there in the top 10. So we got Jarrett Lipster's number 99 being scored in the 22nd position. And we haven't covered that car the whole race. I believe he's got the... I see Lowe's on the back of it there. 5-star on the side of it. Not a bad looking paint job on that 99 car. So he's going to go around the 10. We got to find some other guys. Cody Lipster we covered early in the race, but we haven't seen him in a while. Cody's currently being scored in the 23rd spot. Right ahead of this driver, that's Nathan Moyer right there in the 97 car. I believe he used to be in the 971, but it's the 97 Simbox car now, Nation.
I don't really know.
So now
because I'm really stupid.
Doug Neal in the Simbox 77. We haven't talked about Doug tonight. We're going to go ahead and give him a little airtime right here. 69 laps in, showing 68 completed of 124. We have been clean and green, caution-free so far. So let's go find, well, we covered Keith Vaughn. How about this driver, Peyton Johnson, driving the 15 car. Peyton being scored in the 25th position right now. Car looks pretty clean back here.
Peyton deserves some airtime.
Yeah, we'll give him a little airtime right here. We're going to get back and get on these drivers and give them all. Every driver needs to get some airtime, Nation, right?
I ain't never had any airtime.
All drivers matter.
There you go, buddy.
All right, so Jonathan Cogswell, one of those drivers we haven't got a lot of airtime on. You're going to get it now, Jonathan. He's got a little damage on his race car, though, Nation. His car don't look quite as good as some of those others. That might be why he's back here in the 27th position right now. Looks like he's had his share of issues tonight. You see damage on the front of the car, on the left rear of the car. He's going to bring it down to the attention of his crew, maybe get a little bit of that fixed up right here as they put 4 tires on it. And then that's going to bring us to the 28th spot and the last car on the racetrack right now. That's the 91 of Blair Patterson. So Patterson was up there a little bit. Well, I thought he was. He was earlier in the South Point car, but he's 9 laps down now. So I'm going to guess he's had maybe even a speeding penalty on pit road or something, Nation.
Oh, that sucks.
Or maybe a couple of them, but something's definitely got the 91 car back there. And he's back there.
I'm not going to mention the manufacturer, but that might have something to do with it.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this, though, since we know that the green flag pit stops are pretty much cycled through for the top guys, Nation. And I can tell you that this driver right here, the 51, has been out for 7 laps now on fresh tires, so he pitted 7 laps ago. He's got a 7.250 second lead.
He gone.
So the 51 is, at this point, it's going to be tough to catch the guy. I mean, 7.45 seconds is a lot to make up. But don't count this 30 car out. I know that he's good on old tires. He takes care of his equipment real good. But we'll see if he's got some strategy, because they're going to probably have to make they're going to have to make another green flag pit stop. So let's see if he can work a little strategy, split the run in half, and maybe make up a little bit of time on the leader.
Yeah, you're going to have to outpit him.
Or, not to jinx anything, maybe just knock on a little bit of wood or something, Nation. Maybe it's little guy throws caution flag out or something.
What, you want me to go out there and throw a beer bottle on the track?
No, you don't have to throw no beer bottles out tonight.
All right, screw you, because I'm not throwing this one.
I haven't seen you throw those out in a little while. Used to throw them at the cars when they went by. And
my buddies.
after the race, all the drivers would complain about the busted beer bottles on their windshields. But it happened. But the 30 car again right here he's in the 3rd spot because that car went by him. Roy Fernandez in the 3 car.
Right on.
He's got a couple lap fresher tires, Fernandez does. And maybe they're on to something hanging on a couple laps like that, because he's able to go around Justin Gann, and let's see if he can, pull a little bit of time away from that leader.
So what do they have? One more pit?
Yeah, they'll have to pit one more time. So Fernandez keeps it out a couple extra laps. He's got a couple lap fresher tires than Gann does, and 3 lap fresher tires than the leader Michael Mueller does. But, man, 7 seconds is a lot to make up on a guy. It's just a lot, Nation. It's a lot to make up on a guy.
7 seconds is a long time around any racetrack.
And then we got Ruiz right here in the shell car, the 09. He's back in the 4th spot once again. And he is on 10 laps on his tire, so he's got about a lap fresher. He's 3 laps fresher than Alio, who's behind him. And he's got 1 lap better tires or fresher tires than Justin Gann in front of him. But he's back, he's probably about 4 seconds behind Gann back here in 4th. So this is a ways behind the leader, like 11 seconds behind Michael Mueller. And this is 4th, Nation.
Number 4.
So you see how good of a performance Mueller's putting on, but I can tell you that Roy Fernandez has almost knocked a second off that lead. That's no longer 7 seconds, Nation. It's 6.5 now. So for Fernandez in the 3 car,
7.
he's on his way up there, man.
I don't know for.
He has 3 lap fresher tires. 3.
Yes, he does.
And the lead, he's knocked another few tenths off of it. So, I mean, you can't see him really in the same frame unless we pan way out like that.
I ain't saying he's not doing bad. I ain't saying that.
Wait, Nation, that didn't put him in the same frame either. So we're going to find the leader right here. There's the leader. And then way back there, you don't see him, but the leader's the last car in this line. Way back there, you'll see the 3 car. The next car way back is the 3 car. And we'll see if we can see him this time. Oh, not quite. Just not coming into the frame, Nation.
He's still back there a bit, bro.
Yeah, 5.7 seconds, according to the
That's a good distance.
timing and scoring right there. So that's a little bit of a gap. Now we're on Fernandez in the 3 car. And you can see the 30 car right behind. Well, not right behind, but he's the next car behind the 3 car here. And that's Justin Gann. We got a caution, Nation.
Oh, some of them up.
I'm going to try to find a car that... Oh, we got some wreck back here, and I seen him smoking, but I don't know who it is. One of them's right here, the 02 car. So let us dial in. Smoking and broken. You're absolutely right, Nation, and we have to... We're not burning it down with fire tonight. Oh, man. Like him in the 99 made contact, and unfortunately the 02 made hard contact after that. So that's going to put us under caution number 1, and that whole big lead that Mueller had went away. And, man, there wasn't no room up there, and I don't think the 02 knew the 99 had a nose out there or something. But
they made a mess.
They wrecked, didn't they, Nation? The other guys, I'll tell you, man, they were doing a good job, and the 10 just couldn't get around the 02. So he's going to get a little damage out of it. That's 3 cars that got some damage, and I think a couple of guys might have scraped the wall just trying to avoid it and stay out of it here. But, yes, that car is officially missing a front end and smoking and broken, Nation.
Junk.
It's going to take a I'm thinking of a certain driver who had a car that kind of put itself back together.
I'm not going to say a word.
Not saying any names, but he needs one of them hot rods, don't he?
I'm not saying anything.
He needs a self-fixing hot rod, Nation.
Had one.
So the 02 is going to take it to the attention of his crew, and they got a lot of work to do, unfortunately. And you hate to see it for Kamari. I believe he was in the top 10 having a good race here.
Freaking barbecue grill going around there.
So the drivers are going to take advantage of this, and while they're taking advantage of this, I'm going to take advantage of it, take a quick break, and we're going to put you guys in a we'll call it a commercial break, Nation.
Put them in a holding pattern.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back live with the action right here. We are under caution flag number 1, our only caution of the evening so far. And we had a little bit of change up. We know the 51 had about a 5-second lead, and that has went away completely, and the 3 car of Roy Fernandez is going to restart as the leader. And we're back to green flag racing. I don't think I was on live TV. But we're back to the green flag racing. The battles for second, Andre Ruiz and the 09 battling side by side with the 51 of Michael Mueller. And that position is going to change hands. The 09 through the block did want the 59 to get on the bottom, and he's going to get back beside him, and the battle's back on. So they are going for it in P2 right now. 51 on the high side of the track. This time, he's going to get a look underneath of the 09. 09 still showing a little bit of damage on the right rear. Mike Franklin in the 82 moving up right here. So late race caution and restart, lap 87 of 124. And these guys are battling, but the 09's going to drop a couple of spots. So the 51 is closing in on the leader. Michael Mueller's closing in on Roy Fernandez. Right on his back bumper now. He's going to get a little air to the car on the outside. Now he's going to try to cut underneath of him off the corner. And the 3 car's not having any of it. They make a little bit of contact. You've seen the 3 get a little wiggly right there. Kind of moved them around a little bit. Looked like it moved the 51, and they're side by side for the lead coming out of turn 4. Across the line, the 51 of Michael Mueller's going to lead that lap. Mueller's got a little bit of push behind him from the 82 of Mike Franklin. And we have a battle Fernandez holding strong on the outside. We got a car wrecking. And that's going to bring us under caution. Man, smoking and broken once again is going to be the 774 car. That blue and yellow car, I seen him going around. We need to figure out what happened to him. So caution flag number 2. Let's take a look at the instant replay. We're keeping an eye. Oh, little contact right there. That's going to send the 74 car right up in the outside wall. You see another couple cars making contact with him. Going to the bottom of the track now. All right, with your last name there, David, how can you run with them? If you take a look right here, you're going to find a website, Swift Motorsports website, right in the stream's description. And go to that website, and heck, I can probably even throw you a link in here in the chat. And you should be able to sign up with them right there. And I'll get you the copy the link just in case, but it should also be in the description. But that link right there is going to take you to the Swift Motorsports website. Swift does run 4 series. They have an ARCA series on Monday night, a truck series on Tuesday night. Wednesday night they have the Xfinity cars. And on Thursday night, the night that WFO broadcasts for them, we do the Hyperdrive Cup series. So depending on what series you're interested in, that is the information one would need to sign up. And we're going to take a look at the front of the field, take a quick break. The drivers are going to take advantage of the pit stops under caution flag number 2. And we are 91 of 124 laps in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'm back live with you. We're under caution flag number 2 of the race here at Chicagoland. Something popping up on my YouTube. And we got it straightened out. Yeah, if you go to that website, just click on the Cup Series there. Read over the information. The Discord server, if you go down to the bottom of the homepage, you'll see it. And the guys over here will be able to answer any questions that you need answered. As we are 2x2 getting ready for a restart on lap 93 of 124. So 92 laps complete here at Chicagoland today. with the Hyperdrive Cup Series Cup cars. My co-commentator went to stir up some hamburger, he said. So we'll see when he makes it back. But I'm going to stay with you until the end of this thing. Doesn't matter any cautions or anything come out. I'm not going to take any more breaks. And I'm going to stay live until we conclude this race. Your leader is going to be Jason Wells in the 64. 3-car Roy Fernandez on the outside. 51 Michael Mueller third there. Ruiz in the 09 restart, and fourth and fifth place restarter was the 30 of Justin Gann. And the 30 is battling the 09 right now for the position. 09's kind of hung up on the outside. He's going to drop a couple of spots right here, maybe drop one more to the 21 of Brandon Fries. And the race is on up front. 64's up by the wall. 51's going to stay with the 3. 31's going to go with him. 82's going to go with him. And I see that the 09's able to fall in line back here behind the 21 of Fries. That's going to put him back to 7th after restarting 4th. But we have a battle for the lead. Mueller up in the middle. Maybe going to get to that right rear of the 3-car. It's close. He's there. Michael Mueller in the 51 able to get to the outside of the 3 of Roy Fernandez, but can he stick? Can he hold it? They're side by side, battling for that spot. Coming to the line side by side. Fernandez is going to lead that lap. 29 laps to go here. They can make it on fuel, so not going to be any more green flag pit stops. Maybe another caution, though. Business is definitely picked up throughout the field right here. 3-car trying to hang on to that lead. 51 doing everything he can on the outside to take it away. And coming out of 4, the 51 still able to keep a fender there. They're both down on the apron. Side by side into turn 1. The 30 car's he's kind of roadblock in front of him right now. Nowhere to go. And the 3 might clear. No. Back straight away. 51 still there. Michael Mueller, 3 race wins in 3 races. We're on race number 4. He's going for his 4th win of the season, 4th in a row in every race this season so far in the Cup Series. So the 51's definitely fast. He's got the car right there on the outside of the 3, and this is a battle for the lead. Justin Gann in the 30. Mike Franklin's 82, the 64 right there of Jason Wells. We just got a battle, 09 back there in 33. I seen a little bit of battle back there, too. But they're 2 by 2. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, side by side right here. We got a wreck. I got to figure out who it was and...
All right, I'm back.
Oh, there's one of the cars right there. That's going to be the 61 car. So we're going to go back to an instant replay and find out what happened. You see the 33, 09, 13, 61. Oh, 61 gets loose. And he's going to make contact with, I believe, the 23. That's going to put the 18 in the wall, and he's going to get hammered by the 77. We have carnage for caution number 3, Nation.
Carnage.
We have carnage, and we're going to go take a quick look at it again and maybe look at it from a different car's view here. 77 right there. Let's back it up, take a look at that, guys. So he's kind of riding behind where all this starts, the 77 is. That's that Simbox car right there. It didn't just start, Nation. It went down, and it got ugly.
It went down.
Oh, he got punted from behind, and then he just power drove the 18. So now we see how he got there. In fact, we're going to back her up one more time, and we're going to try to do an in-car if I can get to it. There we go. Now you're going to see what the 77's seen here, and it's not good. He gets punted from behind, gets in the wall, and he just drills that 18 car, and then he gets hit again. It's not funny, but
it's fun to watch.
After the damage is already done, you know. You hate it for these guys. They got no fast repairs. We're late in the race, 24 laps to go. So we went a long time caution-free tonight, and then we've seen cautions breed cautions since then.
Exactly.
And that's what it is. You get all those cars bunched back up together, and you get late in the race, man, and these guys know they ain't got to stop for fuel and tires no more. They're going to go for it. That's where if you're 15th and you want a shot at winning or top 5, you got to hit the gas pedal, Nation.
Yeah, you have to hit the go fast pedal.
You have to hit the go fast pedal, and he hit it. The 77 is going to go fast to pit road. And we're on board with the leader right now. Once again, it's going to be the 64 Jason Wells. And, man, I'll tell you, I'm kind of excited to take a look at this top 5 right here. And that's why. You got a whole change up, Nation.
We got 24 to go.
The top 5 has changed completely up. You have Jason Wells, your leader in the 64, 24 laps to go. Oh, they're actually coming to pit road, those guys are. So Fernandez is going to be the leader. So Wells is on pit road, 91 is on pit road there, 28 of Mraz is on pit road, and that's going to still one change here. The 30 of Justin Gann is going to bring it out P2. Roy Fernandez will be the leader. That's going to throw Michael Mueller in the 51 back to the 3rd spot. And while Nation was away, those guys were battling side by side. And there's your current top 10 on the left-hand side. Fernandez in the 3 leading, Gann in the 32nd, Mueller in the 51 back in 3rd, Mike Franklin in the 82 right back there in 4th. Then you got Brandon Fries in the 5th spot in the 21. Tony Khan at 33. Get on that race car. It's a beautiful race car. That 33 car currently sitting in the 7th position for this restart. Will it be the final restart? I don't know, Nation.
Nope.
Nation says no. We got 3 cautions. We got as many cautions right now as we had in the first 3 races this season, buddy.
First 3 laps.
Oh, Nation finally let one slip.
I mean, I said, God darn it.
So there's,
I'm sorry.
There's that 33 Cheerwine car. Beautiful paint job on it. I've said that 2 races in a row, and got to stop doing it. People are going to think I'm biased towards a race car, Nation.
Kind of sounding that way, Vern.
I'm not. But we're going to stay live with them. They're 2x2 right now, 22 laps to go in the Hyperdrive Cup Series at Swift Motorsports. And hopefully we got David Swift squared away on what he needs to do and where he needs to go to get signed up for Swift Motorsports over here. That ought to work out pretty good for him with his last name, Nation.
Should. I mean, his last name's Swift, so there is that.
Ought to fit right in. Man, I'll tell you what. We thought business picked up on that last restart. It's really about to get busy now, buddy.
It's going to be interesting.
Let's race on. So 3 of Fernandez, 30, Justin Gann, 51, Michael Mueller, 82, Mike Franklin. I can't wait, man. I hate that for Corey Cook under that caution, though.
Who?
Corey Cook, the 61, he was in it.
Never heard of him.
I think a feller got loose. Oh, here we go. Pace car's in. We're back to green flag racing. Going to be 21 laps at the line. Fernandez getting a great restart in a 3 car. He's going to leave the side-by-side battle back in the P2 spot. And that's going to be the 51 of Mueller and the 30 of Justin Gann. It's over. Mueller took the P2 spot away from Gann. And the battle now is going to be back in the 3rd and 4th spot, side-by-side there. That's Fries now 4th and 5th. Mike Franklin in the 82, Brandon Fries in the 21. Fries trying to pick up a spot. And the battle for the lead is going to resume. 51's looking to the outside of the leader once again, Nation. And the feller he's almost there. Now he's going to cut to the inside now. We're going to get on that action. Quickly. Lead change. 51, Michael Mueller. 20 laps to go. Actually, 19 and a quarter maybe. Mueller's going come out of turn 4 as the leader, come across the start-finish line. He'll lead that lap, 19 to go. 105 in the books here at Chicagoland today. But Fernandez isn't letting him go anywhere. He's all over the back bumper. Whew! He was pushing on him, Nation.
Pushing the fuck out of him.
Man. Pushing on him. 3 pushing on the 51.
Pushing the heck out of him. That's what I mean.
Now he's going to look to the bottom. 51's going to shut the door. They're doing the same type of battle back there in 3rd and 4th behind them. You got that draft, they get that draft behind you, they can pull right up on you and kind of set you up for this. But I think the 3 might have skated the apron a bit. He's still trying to get to the inside. 51's going to block on the bottom. That's going to put the 3 side by side down the back straightaway. But the 51 clears them out going into turn 3. 18 laps to go, 17 when they get to the line, and it looks like there's 2 to go, Nation, 1 to go. Justin Gann settles the battle for 3rd. He's going to take it. 82 of Franklin's going to go back to 4th. Oh, yeah, we hate to hear that, David. He had a tough day on the track, and probably that last race finished him up, and we got a change for the lead again. 3-car Roy Fernandez going back around the 51 of Michael Mueller. 16 laps to go at the line. This battle continues, Nation. And now Gann's backed up to the 82, and they're going to battle again as well. 82's all over his bumper, but the 51's trying to go back to the outside of the leader. It doesn't end, man. It will in about 15 laps. But it's just raging on. They're side by side for the lead, Nation. 3-car on the inside, 51 on the outside. Man. He keeps it there. He gets it outside, Nation, and he can keep it there. It's crazy. Middle of the racetrack, probably waiting for the 3 to have to check up because he gets a little tight, but they're still fresh, man, and the battle's raging on back here. I hate to get off the lead battle, but the 09's in a heck of a battle back there with the 33. I think they're going to get it settled out, and the 09's going to fall back a little bit more. And he's mired back in traffic in the 11th spot right now, and I can't give up on this battle up front. Oh, look at that 30-car again, the 82 of Mike Franklin. They're right there. The 51 has to check up a little bit. Now Gann's taking a look to the outside. Franklin's got the 82 on the inside. Holy mackerel, we got a race here, Nation. 51 goes right across the nose. Lucky no contact.
You should say holy mackerel.
Yeah, I did, man. 13 to go. I didn't say holy hamburger helper. Oh, yep, I just said it.
At least you didn't do that.
So the 51's going to try to get settled down. The battle is back there in 3rd and 4th with the 82 and the 30, Franklin and Gann. Franklin trying to get to the inside, but he can't do it, just like the 51's trying to get to the inside of the 3, and he can't do it either. And then he tries to go to the outside, man, and I don't know who's wearing their tires worse, the guy working down on the bottom or the guy working the higher side of the racetrack, as they're side by side for the lead once more.
I'd say it's the leader.
That's because they're side by side for it, but which one of them's working their tires harder, the 3 or the 51? And when they
can't tell.
They get side by side, they suck these other guys up to them, and the guy that they're bringing up there is that 56 car, John Wimbish, right there. So Wimbish, wondering when he was going to get up towards the front, and he's getting up there towards the right time. Oh, look at that. The 3 throws a block on the 30. They're 3 wide for the lead, Nation. And the 30's going to slide up the track a little bit. 51 is there. He's going to get up in the marbles. I don't know how he kept from turning around. Now the 51's going to drop second. He's going to probably maybe drop third as the 30 runs up there. Now the 30's going to run up beside the 3 for the lead. 10 laps to go. Oh, no. 82 moving way down the track. I don't know if there was a little rubbing with the 51 that did that, but something moved him down.
Hey, rubbing his raisin.
So it was the 51 on the outside battling for the lead. Now he's just trying to hang on to the third position here, and he's going to drop it to the 82, and now the 56 of Wimbish is going to try to take the fourth spot away from him. So the 51's three-race win streak might come to an end tonight, but there's still a ways to go right here with 9 laps, Nation. 30 of Gann putting pressure on the leader of Roy Fernandez, the number 3 car. He's taking a look to the outside, isn't there yet, driving right up on the guy's bumper. Fernandez doing a good job holding the car strong on the bottom of the track. It's going to be hard to pass him, Nation.
Dude, that's difficult.
Oh, but the 30 gets a great run out of turn 2. Going down the back straightaway here, 8.5 laps to go, 7.5. Something like that. The 3's going to pull around him down here in 3 and 4. He's going to clear the 30, get the 30 off of his outside, but now the 30's going to try to pull out there again coming into turn 1. 7 laps to go. 82, though, closing into the picture as these two battle. The 3 is loose. The 30 has got the run on the outside. He's got a nose on him, now a car on him. And the 30 of Justin Gann is going to take the lead on the high side of the racetrack. That's going to move the 3 of Fernandez back to second, and he's going to battle with the 82 of Mike Franklin, who's closing in there. So I don't know if maybe a little rub made him loose, or maybe it's just aero loose, but the 3 got loose right there, and the 30 got the lead. And we got six laps to go, Nation.
I'm 30 seconds behind you. I'm still watching.
So you might have 7 laps to go then. So the top 3 for the moment have it sorted out. Gann in the 30-year leader, the 3 of Roy Fernandez back in second. Mike Franklin in third. And what happened to Mueller? He's back in 5th now. The 51 has fallen back to the 5th position, right behind John Wimbish's number 56. Wimbish doing a great job getting up through the field this race at the end to be able to battle. He gets another spot. He's going to put her back on the podium, and 3 out of 4 races get himself an interview right here in the WFO booth after this thing, Nation.
Oh, holy shit. I mean, crap.
That'll be 3 out of 4 races that he's able to do it, but he's got to get another spot. And this battle's not over up front, so that may very well happen. As you see, Gann has the lead by about a half a car length over the 3 of Roy Fernandez. Got me a little tongue-tied right there. It's okay. Got it worked out, and we're going to finish her off right here, Nation.
It happens all the time.
Now, occasionally with me, not all the time.
It'd be all right.
They're 2x2 and 2x2 back there, farther back in the top 10. 3 to go at the line. I believe it's McFadden. It is. Him and Mraz are side by side. Just in front of them, Terry Kahn and Cody Sleeper are side by side for position. So a broader look at the field. When we get 2 to go, we'll take another look at the front of the field. But right now, we're watching a side-by-side battle. Tongue-tied again. Getting late in the race, doing too much talking, man. Sleeper took the position away from the 33. So Cody Sleeper's going to move up in the top 6. And we are going to dial in right here. And we're going to go back to the leader. He's able to pull a few car lengths right here. 0.2 of a second, almost 0.3. So the tires are wearing a little bit in the 30s, just kind of creeping out there, Nation, just what he needs to do at the right time.
Get her done.
So Justin Gann, not so good luck. I think it was last week maybe Gann had trouble late in the race or the week before, but, man, this is how you make up for it. 1 lap to go, white flag for this driver, Justin Gann in the 30. So you have a bad race and you come back the next race, you pull a half a second lead on them with 1 to go, and you put them in your rearview mirror, Nation.
Just put them away.
You leave the battle for second, and that is what the 30 of Justin Gann is doing as he brings it into turns 3 and turn 4 for the last time today. Gann's out of turn 4 with the 30 car. To the start-finish line, and Justin Gann is going to win at Chicagoland. Race number 4 for the Hyperdrive Cup Series at Swift Motorsports.
Get her done.
Got her all out. Just like Nation said, get her done. Congratulations to that driver. We're going to pull up the top 5 right here. Gann going to bring it home with the win tonight, or today. Roy Fernandez right there in the 3 is going to come home second. Franklin's going to bring it home third in the 82. John Wimbish, though, great run for him at the end. He's going to bring it home in the 4th spot, and then the fifth spot's going to go to the 51 right there, Michael Mueller. So Mueller was in it late. I think he might have made his tires a little bit angry. But he's going to finish strong in the top 5. So out of 4 races, that feller got 3 wins and a top 5 finish. And I lost my co-commentator. It's all right. We got some interviews to do right here late in the race. We're going to find our race winner. Man, what racing that we've seen at the end of this one. Well, I'm looking for him. Now we got one of them in the booth in the waiting room, so. Justin Gann. This is Vern Bradley up in the WFO tower. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, I'll tell you what, we seen you have bad luck. I think it was last race or the race before, and you fixed it today here at Chicagoland, buddy.
They didn't give it to me, that's for sure, but I'm stoked to put it in the winner's circle tonight.
Man, you earned it. You earned that one. That battle up there between you and the 3 car, the 82 and the 51, that incredible.
I was sweating the whole time.
Yeah.
I was hoping the 3 and 51 would battle it out, for a good bit, wear their tires out, and I think that's exactly what happened, and I was able to sneak by on the outside.
Yeah, I think the 51 might have used his up there too, where he was battling side by side with the 3, and he faded back a little bit. But you had something there at the end. Once you got around the 3, you were able to put a little bit of distance between second and 5th place, and it looked like that you could breathe easy the last couple laps there, Justin.
It was nice to cruise. I was just praying there wasn't a caution going to come out.
So we did have a few of those tonight, but they probably helped some of you guys erase a distance that 51 had built.
Yeah, I think if we didn't have any cautions, then that 51 definitely would have walked away with ease with the win tonight. He had a heck of a long-run car.
Yeah, and that's what I would look at there. He had phenomenal pit stops and just a great long-run car, but, the cautions come out, it changes everything. And there were 6 or 7 of you guys at the end of that thing on that last restart that had a legitimate shot of winning that. So you didn't. Nobody handed you nothing, Justin. You took it.
Oh yeah, it was fun, man. I had a blast racing the 3 car, the 51, and the 82. I know I cut it close with the 82 a couple times, but towards the end there, you have to take a couple risks just to make sure you don't lose any spots, because it's definitely hard to get them back.
Yeah, it is. You could see that even from the watching the race from the broadcast booth, that it was difficult. And tell us how the car was when you got outside of another car, because I seen the 51 get outside of the 3 a lot, and I seen you go outside of the 3 some too. And what was that harder on your car, or was the outside line a little easier?
I think the inside's a little bit easier because if you get near the white line, it really brings the car around the corner. But I think what happened is Roy's tires just got a little too wore out, or he touched the apron or something. And as long as you can get a run on the outside in 1 and 2, then you'll be able to make the pass. But if you try to pass on the outside in 3 and 4, it's unlikely that you're going to make it.
I gotcha. Yeah, I was wondering there because I seen you work the outside. The 3 was doing a good job driving the bottom, and he kind of forced you guys when you battled him. He did such a good job holding the bottom, it kind of forced you guys up a line.
Oh, yeah, he did an excellent job defending his line, and after a couple tries trying to get below him, I realized that wasn't going to happen. So, I was just praying that the little bit of tire that I saved while they battled would hold up for me, and it did.
I believe it worked out perfect for you, Justin, as you got it in victory lane, and you were able to do it by 0.6 of a second at that. So a little bit of breathing room the last couple laps. Did you start celebrating a little early?
Oh yeah, I was excited, man. I knew as long as that caution had come out, I knew I had it, and I was just excited. As soon as I cleared them, man, I was like, I've got this. If I can hang with them on the outside, then I know once I get that inside lane and get a good arc in, I'll be able to run away with it.
Well, I can tell you guys put on a heck of a show and congratulate you once again on winning, but I also want to tell you that you put on such a great show that you might want to look for an email from a guy by the name of David Swift. He joined us on the YouTube chat, and he wanted to know how to sign up for the league, so I sent him to the website.
Awesome, man. Yeah, that broadcast really makes us look good, and the admins here, they make us look good, and so do the drivers. So it's all coming together really nice, and we're excited for our future here.
I think you and the drivers make the broadcast look good, but everything works together. That's
it sure does.
Best way I can put it is it all just works together. But Justin, do you have any sponsors or teammates or anybody you want to thank while we got you up here, buddy?
I got RB Rigs. I've got to give a shout out to. Appreciate them letting me put them on the car tonight. Got to thank all my team members, 4X. We've had a heck of a week, and just the hard work that everyone on the team puts in is starting to pay off, and it's nice to see that. So definitely got to thank them. I got to thank the admins up in the booth, and thank you, Vern, for putting on an awesome broadcast for us.
Man, thank you, Justin, for everything you do over here at Swift. Congratulations on your win, buddy. And how does it work? If you win, are you locked into the chase?
No, we just go in by points.
Once you
get into the chase, once
Gotcha.
you get into the chase, everything gets flat, even rate.
Well, I checked that before, at the beginning of the race, and you were safe on points then, so you could have only bettered that situation here at Chicagoland today.
Oh yeah.
So
I like to hear.
Congratulations once again, Justin. I got a couple more guys to interview. And then good luck to you at Watkins Glen. We'll see. How are you on the road course?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Well,
especially Watkins Glen. I could probably count on one hand how many times I've been to that track. So I'll have to put in some practice this week.
Well, we're going to find out how you are there. That's where we're headed next week. So good luck to you, Justin, and congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
That was your race winner, Justin Gann. We're going to go find our second place driver now. That's going to be the driver of the 3-car, Roy Fernandez. Looked good late in that race. Roy Fernandez, driver of the number 3. This is Vern Bradley up in the WFO booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Man, I'll tell you, the 3 was tough late in that race. They would battle you, and it seemed like you could keep it up front. And did it lay down on you? The tires get a little wore out there, or what, Roy?
I think everyone's tires got a little worn out towards the end. I started seeing the guys I was battling with real hard on that last restart fall a little bit back. But what really got loose was the good old bump and run. It was very, very minuscule, but when these speeds, any little additional friction is gonna eventually get that car loose. So that's what I felt, and that's when what happened when I got loose there. I was just yanking the wheel on first place, like no.
I didn't know exactly what happened because, like you said, sometimes it can be so minuscule, and sometimes I've even seen the air do it. So I couldn't speculate on anything there, but I did see you get loose. And once you got loose, the 30 was able to drive by on the outside. But it's like him and I talked about. You done such a great job running the bottom of that track and defending the line that, the guys, they would try to get underneath of you there, but you done such a great job with it.
Yeah, I definitely try to hold that position as the best as I could. I know Michael Mueller gave me a run for my money there a couple of times, and I just tried to pay back the favor doing the crossover on him, but it definitely wasn't easy. I knew it was going to wear a lot on the tires, and that's the only reason why I tried to do it on the last run. I figured with a couple 20 or so laps I'd be able to maintain, because those 34, 33 lap runs, I didn't feel like I wore the tires out so much, but when you run the bottom consecutively each lap, it definitely starts to wear faster and faster.
So I guess my next question is, after the 30 got by there, was the right front gone?
Oh yeah. Once he got me a little loose there, then the car started steering towards the infield, and then I kind of had to yank it back. It just pretty much obliterated. When I started looking at the times, he was significantly faster, pulled away from me, and he finished about over half a second faster or ahead of me.
Yeah.
So I could definitely feel it made a big of a difference.
Well, you were able to hang on to that thing and get a second place finish, which is going to be good on points for you tonight. And still a great run here. And I mean, nobody can. The battles that we've seen you and the 51 have for several laps, side by side, I don't think anyone that watches this broadcast can discount any of that. That's just great racing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was great racing, great respect amongst drivers. I know Michael Mueller is a phenomenal racer. He's won 3 of the last 4 races that we've had here, so I know that he's a darn good racer. So I tried to give him a little bit of run for his money on this go round, and see if I can hang up with the big boys. And I tried as best as I could, but got a little bit better of Michael Mueller. But Justin Gann is always there to get me too.
Well, you got you come up a few laps short tonight, but you're once again still able to bring it home second and salvage a great finish, Roy. And man, it's fun having you up in the broadcast booth afterwards and getting an interview with you. You have anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Swift Motorsports. I'd like to thank WFO, Vern, yourself for broadcasting this for us, putting on a good race. I'd like to thank all the racers here that come out and participate. They're heck of a good racers out here, so we're putting on a good show for the fans. On my team, Simbox Motorsports. If you haven't gotten a Simbox yet, get up with Doug Neal. He'll hook you up. And last but not least, my wife, Marissa. Typically, she's watching the streams upstairs while I'm in the basement racing.
Good job, Roy. Good job looking out for her there. It's all the interviews I do, it's very few that I ever hear do that. So you ought to get a bonus point with her. Now,
thank you, Vern.
Speaking of the Simbox PCs, I seen a lot of those paint jobs out there at Chicagoland today. So are all those paint jobs teammates of yours?
Yes, sir. Yep. We got Doug Neal, Cody Sleeper, Nate Maurer. Doug Neal, he's the owner of the Simbox.
Gotcha.
And he's got these boxes here that pretty much simulate the ignition, the starter, and a couple of other buttons that you may need.
The button boxes.
As far as like exactly to adjust the brake bias and get a little bit of fine details instead of having to reach for your mouse, reach for the keyboard. It's just right there, ready to go. So it can definitely help you become a bit more strategy wise, like going into the pits or changing things mid race. So it's definitely nice to have.
Absolutely. If you guys are on Facebook, you can check out iRacing Classifieds. It's a group that I have on there, and there's several members in it now. If he wants to put some of those sim boxes up, he's welcome to, and he may already share them on there. I don't know. But
sounds good. I'll let him know.
I'll check it, but let him know. And congrats on the second place. Good luck to you at Watkins Glen. How are you on the road course?
I'm not the fastest on road courses, but I'm getting a little bit better. Been practicing a little bit more here and there. Mainly trying to downshift and brake with my right foot rather than my left foot while trying to put my clutch. It's just not a good time, but getting better. So we'll see.
Well, good luck to you. Get some practice in, buddy. Get it up there in the top 3. Get in the booth one more time up here with us next week.
Sounds great, Vern. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Roy. So that was your second place finisher right there, Mr. Roy Fernandez. Now we're going to move to our third place finisher, which will be our final interview of the evening, I believe. So let me Move him up here. Mike Franklin, this is Vern Bradley up in the WFO broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got a copy.
Mike, man, I tell you, the 82 car was coming forward at the right time.
Right time, I ran out of tires is what happened.
I was
I ended up having to battle for fifth place there on that last restart, and I think I used up my tires a little bit trying to stay in front of that fifth place car to stay in fourth place to keep up with those guys in front of me there at that last restart.
Yeah, that last restart was crazy, and watching you guys get side by side like that, and I mean the first 4 positions were side by side and really nose to tail and side by side, and you were one of those 4 cars in that. So I wondered how, what was there, like 24 laps to go on the restart, 23.
Like 20 laps to go.
Yeah, so I wondered how that was going to work out on the tires, and I'll tell you, your car looked real strong. You were able to get it up there in a podium position, and man, I thought the 82, I thought you may have had enough there to get the 3 car, but it looked like you said the tire went away, so it looked like you kind of hit a wall a little bit.
Yeah, just having to the Black Rifle Coffee Company 82 Ford Mustang was real strong all day. Didn't qualify as well as I wanted to, but moved up in that top 10. Pretty much stayed there all day. Those few cautions. But they're at the last. Just trying to keep with those guys, trying to, battle for position there on the restart. And then the tires just faded towards the end. A little brush up with the 51, came off the wall, sort of pushed me off of the apron, and I just kept in it. I was either going to gather it up or wreck. So was able to keep up with those guys and at least gave myself a shot.
Yeah, and you definitely did a great job there. We caught that on the broadcast real well, and it heck of a quick evasive maneuver right there, and you made it work. You held on to the car, and great job, man. Watching the 82 come through the field, I think was pretty most exciting thing for me.
Yeah, well, it's this track is it's almost like a mini Daytona, so you have to you have to work every position you get, and so it's a grueling race, even though it's only a mile and a half.
Well, in a very competitive series, the Hyperdrive Cup series here, you finish with a great points night tonight, and maybe that's going to start the 82 on some momentum. I know you're decent at a road course, Mike.
No, actually, road courses are not my best. I will admit that.
Darn it!
When it comes to road course, I just try to get the best I can get. So that's
I'm trying to help boost your confidence there.
Well, I know. Don't get me wrong. I can keep the car on the track on a road course, but when it comes to being it's either fast or keep the car on the track, and I choose to keep the car on the track. That's the best way to finish.
Here's the
course
thing, though.
For me,
sometimes keeping the car on the track is the key to getting a good solid finish.
Oh, absolutely.
Course. So if you can keep it on the track, it's very likely going to settle you in the top 5. But man,
I tell you what, at a road course, I'm good with a top 10.
Yeah, just anything for a good points night at those. That's how I used to look at them too. And man, great race tonight. You're part of what made the broadcast so exciting, especially there on the last restart, and even before that. That car was coming forward the whole race.
Yeah, my car was real strong all race. I tried to just be smart and not use up my tires at the first part of the run. Like I was kind of hoping most guys would, and that was kind of what they did. And so I just keep that right front tire on there to keep me fast at the end of these gas runs.
Man, I'll tell you, it kind of looks like a pattern with you too. Race after race, I've seen that 82, and I know towards the end of the race is if you don't get caught up, you're going to be up there somewhere in the top 5. Oh
yeah, I'm definitely a better racer than I am qualifier for sure.
You had a driver coming up behind you there, though. That 56 car Wimbish. He's another one that come up through the field. John Wimbish did, and you guys.
Oh yeah,
you guys all
he
look like you were real close there, even all the way up to the line.
yeah he's good. He was coming strong. As I knew my tires were falling off, so it was more of a, well, let's just keep pace with the 3 and stay in front of the 56, just to try to get that good third place finish.
Well, Mike, you have anyone you want to thank while we got you in the broadcast booth, buddy?
Well, okay, guys, I just want to thank anybody out there watching. Hope they put on a good show. Want to thank you up there in the booth for putting on the broadcast. Thank Justin for the league. Thank our guys in the booth that watch over the race and tell us what good drivers we are sometimes.
Well, you guys deserve it. I think I've counted a total of like 5 cautions over 4 races, and that's pretty.
Yeah,
good.
that's one things I do like about this league. We may race hard, but we try to race clean.
You do it clean.
And yeah, try to keep that caution. Try to keep that caution. Now that we like green flag. We like green flag races.
And it really makes the broadcaster's job easy.
Although sometimes you do get that caution, that late race caution, and that definitely brings on the excitement.
It does, and it sometimes will drag another caution or 2 with it, like it did tonight. But it picks. You guys restart so close together, and those 3 cautions were like right in a row.
Oh yeah, and I know that last restart. I know all 4 of us. We weren't given an inch to any of us.
No.
So because I know I was, and I didn't live for nobody.
I kind of thought we might see another one there, to be honest with you. But you guys really done a great job, man. But there was definitely no mercy.
Oh yeah, it was a talented group of guys up there running up front. So that's what I attribute it to.
All right, so I'm taking a look at the schedule a little bit while I'm talking to you here, and we talked to you about the road course. Where's a track that's left on the schedule that the driver of the 82 has on his radar?
Indianapolis.
So Indianapolis will be headed there.
That is my favorite track.
So we'll be there in a month, February 18th, so approximately a month out, and that's going to be. I think after Indy there's only a couple more regular season before you guys go to the chase. So, Mike, thank you, buddy. Congratulations on your top 3. Good points night for you, and we'll see you next week at Watkins Glen.
Thank you, and you have a good one.
You too, buddy. So that was 3rd place finisher Mike Franklin, and that's going to do it for our interviews. And Nation checked out on me earlier, right at the end of the race before the interviews. Hal probably said it best. It was either nap time. He might have, what is it, narcolepsy, Hal, if you're still watching? I don't know, but he was going at the end there. So thank you, Nation, if you're listening or if you do rewatch a broadcast, for helping me out tonight. You did a great job, buddy. I want to thank everyone at Swift Motorsports, all the viewers for coming in, watching a broadcast, all the viewers that will watch this broadcast. The drivers over here in the Hyperdrive Cup Series put on one heck of a race. So if you didn't check out the final, not just the final restart, but the whole race, then you are definitely missing out on something, because it was a great race for sure. Thank you, Justin. Congratulations on the win, buddy. And thank everyone over here, the admins, all the drivers at Swift Motorsports. It's fun coming over here on Thursday nights. And we look forward to Watkins Glen next week. So we're going to see which of these drivers can turn left and right very well. And we'll be at a road course. So look forward to it. We'll see you then. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Join us next week. And we'll see you there. Have a great night.